Hi, this is Mirror&Bellz, and this is just Bells because Mirror refuses to watch Chainsaw Man. I'm not gonna say refuses. If I asked her to do it again, she probably would, but it's just not her thing, which I respect, but I did keep watching Chainsaw Man. I watched the first season, and I also watched some TikToks that take place in, I guess, like Act 2 or like after a couple of things happen. So I know some future things that happen, but I came into this movie, I don't want to say blind, but like I knew that Reze was the bomb devil. Yeah, so there was that, but besides that, I didn't know, and I knew about the scene where it was just like, oh yeah, why does everybody want the chainsaw heart but not my heart? He was really cooking with that line. You know, this movie really said a lot of things about like Denji and also just like kind of the world. Like Rize was let's start from the beginning actually. Let me not get carried away or anything like that. There's no navigation here, no back and forth. I came into the movie a couple minutes late, so I don't really know how it started, but we first see Denji getting caught up in the rain, and we see that he's getting trailed by the fiend, who can turn into a shark. His name is Beam. Beam becomes a crucial part in the movie, just for support. Like Beam has his back, and it seems like I want to say likes Denji, but kind of is like a worship thing, like as the devil. So from devil to devil, he's just like, oh my god, Lord Chainsaw, you're the best, you're amazing. Like even when Denji is clearly not thinking straight, he's still on this guy's side. So we get introduced to Beam, especially when it starts raining after the whole meeting Rize scene. And the meeting Rize scene, I would say there's a lot of the movie was beautiful in itself. But it was I like how it slowed down in like romantic moments or like tension moments. Like meeting Rize was a very beautiful scene. The calf scene was a very beautiful scene. A lot of the fights were really beautiful too. I was in the D box as well, so bonus points. I got to shake every time the bombs went off. I think that it was beautifully animated, and I can see where a lot of time went in which scenes. But like, I felt like this movie taught me a lot, and I say that taught me a lot about Denji. Like, we know that he's like an orphan, and he's had a lot of hardships, but I like how they kind of tied that in with the whole country mouse or city mouse thing. Like, oh, what would Denji rather be? Would you rather be a country mouse and have a peaceful and bliss life, but never really have the extreme good things? Like the city mouse has the ability to have the extreme good of enjoyment and peak fun, or sorry, peak enjoyment and peak what word do I want to use for it? I think I want to use fulfillment because they said food and entertainment, but fulfillment is what I want to use. But the country mouse will always be safe, whereas the city mouse will risk its life for, again, peak entertainment and peak fulfillment at the risk of its life, which Danger right now as a devil hunter is the epitome of the city mouse. And he says that he would still choose the city mouse because that is where it's going to be the most fun and the most delicious. You kind of see how childish he is, even in his, oh, my heart belongs to Makima because she found my heart. And even though this, that, and another, I'm going to stick with Makima. And even though he feels this not only sexual attraction towards Rize, but like emotional attachment to Rize, who is trying to teach him things and kind of be there for him, he struggles. Like he throughout the beginning portion of the movie makes an excuse that even though my heart belongs with Makima, my body won't listen. Now, I do know about the whole control devil thing. I don't know if that like pertains to Denji being able to be controlled by Rize, or sorry, by Makima, but it seems like the girl trains a high level manipulation because it seems like everybody out here has a crush on her. Aki got a crush on her. Denji got a crush on her. Everybody got a crush on her that is like in close proximity. But you also see she is a snake. Um, Again, in season one, she kind of is a bit groomery with Denji. She leads him on to believe that, like, oh yeah, you get all the gun devil fragments, I'll give you one wish. And she already knows he thinks about her in a romantic or sexual way. And it is very clear from the scene of like, oh, touch my lips, memorize my lips, memorize the feel of my lips on your finger so that even if I wasn't here, you'd be able to feel how my lips think on your feel on your fingers. That was manipulation. She's grooming him into doing whatever she wants and being whatever she wants. And right now, she needs the Chainsaw Man to do her bidding. And I feel bad for Denji because he don't know no better. Like Aki, she's manipulating him in a different way than she's manipulating Denji. I don't think she's coming on to Aki in any way. I think he's just genuinely attracted to Makima because she's not. Let's just be real. Makima's a bad bitch. Let's just be real. She's a baddie. So I get why they would like what she looks like and everything like that. But at the same time, it's kind of just like, come on, girl. You can't be straightforward and honest. And even then, we get to kind of see more of her character when she talks to Aki and also when she kills Reze in the alley at the end of the movie. With Aki, she's just like, oh, yeah, just use Angel how you see fit. You know, he killed everybody in his village. He takes their lifespans and turns them into weapons. Like the weapon on your back, that katana, yeah, that's made by Angel, you know. He suck somebody's lifespan away to make that. Just use him how you please. You don't have to be friends with him. You could just pretend. That is fucked up. As a leader, you should definitely want your cause's best interest, but you should want your employees' best interest as well. Because again, you can't run the company by yourself. But you know, how do you tell that to a bitch who can literally control devils? Like she's pretty much putting devils into slavery. Also, Beam makes the comment like, "Oh, I can't tell you how I know that the bomb devil is associates with the gun devil because Makima told me not to." Essentially, is what he said, and I feel like that has Aki kind of on guard about Makima. But you know, at the same time, he's not gonna live long enough to do anything about it. He's on a ticking time clock, and he also touched Angel, which gives him 2 months off of his lifespan. So he don't got many more of those mistakes. That makes me feel like Makima put him on a team with Angel to like shorten his lifespan even further. Like I don't know. I feel like that's a setup because he's a kind dude. Even though he says like, "Oh yeah, I don't think we can be friends. We're not gonna get along because of our choices and our differences." But like, he's a good guy. Again, he saved Angel just for the fact of he didn't want to see anybody die in front of him anymore, and he's tired of seeing that. He's a good dude through and through. Power really didn't show up in the movie. I mean, Makima barely showed up in the movie. She only has a couple scenes between the date with Denji, the movie, where she fake cried. I don't believe she really cried. I don't care what anybody says. I don't trust anything that Makima does, honestly. She showed up in an alley in a flurry of rats. You're a rat too, bitch. That's how I'm seeing it. And again, you murdered Reze while she was on her way to see Denji, possibly for the last time. She might have slid after that. Or maybe she would have ran away with him. Who knows? We don't know because Makima had Angel murder her in that damn street. And for all we know, she took control of her. We don't even know that for sure. And I felt bad for Denji. Because yes, he's really gullible, in which even Aki was like, no, don't believe the enemy. But I do feel like Rize really did like him. I feel like she was doing her job and she actually started to like him because she didn't have to tell Denji that his life was normal. She didn't not normal. She didn't have to reiterate that. She didn't have to offer him to run away. Yes, I understand that she wanted the Chainsaw Man heart, but I do think like the whole running away thing, I think that was a plea on Rize's behalf and not as the Bomb Devil's behalf. Again, because she did admit like, "Oh yeah, I made a mistake of not fighting you earlier. I should have fought you earlier because we're in too deep now." And I think she realized for sure she was in too deep when he resurrected her because he pretty much drowned both of them. I think she drowned before he drowned, and then she resurrected him, and then her Denji and Beam were on the beach, and he was just kind of waiting for her to get up. In which she told the bullshit lie that she never liked him, and this, that, and another. And then this was made me really believe that she did like him. She knocked him out so she could run away because she knew that Denji was not gonna let her go without a fight, whether it would be verbal or physical. So she knocked him out for his own good so she could run away, so he could stay here because she said, "You can't come with me. You'll be an accomplice to my murders. I've already done too much." Let's talk about the animation. My friend that I went to watch the movie with, said that he felt like the animation changed and it looked grimy. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy the movie and the animation, and I can see where they put more time into places than others, and I feel like they put more time into all the places they needed to versus didn't need to. So I didn't have any problem with the animation. He said that it was grimy. That was his exact words. And I said, "Is the story being told to you not grimy? Would you not want a grimy depiction for a grimy action?" Because even though Reze does like Denji, he did go about this whole situation grimy. I would have respected her more if she was been like, "Yeah, put your paws up. I want the Chainsaw Man heart." They didn't have to fall for each other. They didn't have to start liking each other or any of that. I think they just both teenagers caught up in adult games, realistically. Um, I did give them a lot of flack for making this a movie because like the Rize arc. I didn't read this arc. I didn't read anything that goes on in like Act One or Portion One of Chainsaw Man. I'm in the second act, and barely even that. I barely read anything. So, do I really know anything? Not really. But I think that I kind of gave them too much flack because again, I didn't know what this arc was about. So I thought they were just trying to do a lot in a little bit of time. But I think that this was a perfect story for a movie. And I'm looking forward to season two because we have unresolved business with the Gun Devil. So I want to see the Gun Devil next. I don't actually even want too much filler. I want y'all to investigate, find the Gun Devil, and have the fight with the Gun Devil. Even if that pertains to 12 episodes. Because after that, we can move on to bigger and better plots and break down the world more and kind of look at Makima some more because I don't trust her ass at all. She's a damn op. I don't care what anybody says. This is a dog eat dog world, and she understands that. She's trying to be the big dog on top. But that I think that I was gonna wrap it up right there, but I think that I would rate the movie an 8. Yeah, I think I would rate it an 8. Enjoyment wise, I probably would do an 8.5. I don't feel like it's something that anybody needs to rush and go out to see right immediately now, but I did enjoy myself a lot. So I would say it's an 8 in like if we would go down the list that me and Mirror have. But if it wasn't that, then enjoyment wise, I would say an 8.5. I felt like I enjoyed it. I didn't feel like it dragged. I didn't see any flashbacks, so that gets a point 5 of a point. And I'd watch it again in theaters. I don't know what could make it a 10, but I can say wholeheartedly that it's an 8.5. Well, we're gonna wrap this one out. Well, I am. Bye.